Some people live a little ahead of themselves in ideas, in images, in futures that haven't arrived yet. Today I'm talking about dreamers, people whose imagination leads the way, sometimes helpfully, sometimes not. We look at 4 traits that often show up together. There's a dreamer energy, exaggerated imagination, self-deceit, and being overly optimistic. These are easy to recognize once you know what to look for, and that's what I'm going to show you today. First, we'll look at the dreamer energy. Look at the T-bars. They're way above. They're not touching the T-stem. They're floating in the sky above. That's a dreamer up in the clouds, just dreaming. And this is the same again, but it's a very different handwriting. It just shows you it can show in any type of handwriting. You see again, the T-bars are floating in the air up above. The dreams, the goals are not attached to reality. Then we have exaggerated imagination. And for this, we're going to look at loops, upper loops and lower loops. First of all, the upper loops. These are large, and upper loops mean abstract imagination. This is the ability to come up with ideas. So this person comes up with great ideas, very imaginative. How realistic are they? That's the question. The lower loops show the ability to take an idea and make it work as practical imagination. So this writer, it's 2 different writers, they have good practical imagination. They have the ability to take an idea and make it work, but they may exaggerate what ability they have. So these writers have exaggerated imagination both in coming up with the ideas and in how they're going to make the ideas work. Self-deceit is another trait that shows for a dreamer. They don't look at things truthfully. They're not deliberately lying by any means, but they don't look at things clearly. They dream about what could be. And that shows when there's on a circle letter, which is an A and O, the circle part of a D, or the circle part of a G, where in a circle letter there is a loop on the left-hand side. And you'll see all of these, the A, the O, and the 2 Ds both have very obvious circles on the left-hand side. So that is self-deceit. Then we have overly optimistic. Now, optimism obviously is a good trait. And here is someone who has realistic optimism. They're being cheerful, they're looking on the bright side of things, but they're not unrealistically optimistic. However, here is someone who is. Look at the angle of the writing. It goes so strongly uphill, and the T-bars also very strongly uphill. That is someone who is optimistic to the point of unrealistic. I mean, they'll be optimistic over something that obviously isn't going to work, or they'll keep on being optimistic when something has shown it's finished, it's gone, it's time to move on. They'll still cling to it because they're being overly optimistic. So there's the one that's overly. A dreamer's strength and struggle usually come from the same place. Imagination can inspire movement or replace it. Optimism can motivate or quietly delay change. The goal isn't to stop dreaming, it's to notice when a dream is helping you move forward and when it's keeping you comfortably still. Awareness doesn't kill the dream, it gives you the steering wheel.